massacred more than 80,000 Herero and Nama people between 1904 and 1908. Historians consider this to be the 20th century's first genocide. President Jacob said Germany could not morally express commitment to the United Nations Convention. The government sees itself as particularly committed to the Genocide Convention, it said. Now, it said Hamas, which attacked Israel 7 October, triggering the current war aimed to destroy Israel. Since then, Israel has killed nearly 24,000 people. The UN and humanitarian organization and the scale of the Israeli response prompted South Africa to ask the ICJ to consider whether Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza.
And you know what's so interesting about this? Germany, not so long ago, not safe for teaching and learning, said Fraser. Now, given all the measures and interventions stated above, the Department of Education in KwaZulu-Natal is ready and prepared for the beginning of the 2024 academic year. Of thousands of people on the continent, the World Health Organization said on Friday. Now, the nation of about 500,000 inhabitants follows Mauritius in 1973 and Algeria in 2019. Worldwide, some 43 countries
could face a tough 4 years in office with no parliamentary majority, and could face a tough 4 years in office with no parliamentary majority. An opposition which wanted to restart a vexed service trade deal with China and the ever-present threat of military action from the Affairs Office.
Mnangagwa has evoked the presidential powers to protect children against rape after amending some sections of the Criminal Law Act on rape and indecent assault. Can you get into
for extramarital sexual intercourse would be found guilty and liable to a fine not exceeding level 12 or imprisonment for President Emerson Mnangagwa recently through a instrument. He also, we note that in Zimbabwe there was a difference. They are now disappearing, as the city of Harare, which is the municipal, is now selling wetlands to Harare Residents Trust. He said that Harare wetlands and land barons grab the land for residential purposes. Harare Residents Trust said that wetlands are being destroyed in most communities as corrupt councillors, council district officials, town planners and political party leaders, they have now been turned into residential areas, and those places, they are wetlands. And you find out that right now as we speak, some people have been displaced, parceling out, they're giving out wetlands to people for residential purposes.
All right.
Natalan, getting into your last story, 50% of Harare boreholes are unsafe. Can you get
and could be potentially unsafe sources of drinking water? Well, this was said by the City of Harare Epidemiology and Disease Control, who said
727 the total number of shares listed in this alternative segment, which has less onerous requirements for the companies that list securities there, the institution announced on Tuesday. In a statement, the BVM recalls that the third market, which
as we implement the decisions we are taking, said the minister, quoted by Radio Nacional de Angola.
All right, let's head straight to the economic indicators. DJ. All right, it's time for us to get into the sports with Ari, but just before Ari takes over, let's have a look at the AFCON table as the tournament kicked off this week. Absolutely. Ari, do give us your stories. Absolutely. Ari, do give us your stories.
Yes, a very good morning, Ashwin and everyone. Yes, indeed, it's exciting times. The football being in Ivory Coast for the first time in 4 decades. So it's they twice been never injured. So big result for Manchester City. Everton, they had a game against Aston Villa that was second on the log before the game. 0-0 South Africa Sale Sharks in Cape Town. And strong competition there. That's the Bulls in action. A good away win for them against Bristol. Some other results there. Leinster beat Stade Francais, big score 43-7. And then defending champions La Rochelle, they beat Leinster by 45-12. And that is the Leland Zas of the Stormers going over for